And welcome everyone to the BRIGHTBURN YouTube Academy. As you know, we are doing a series called Making an Impact. And the very first video was about identifying your purpose. Number two, aligning your purpose with your passion. And now a more practical thing, creating a personal mission statement. Now, corporations, religions, individuals of history all have their personal mantras. They all have their mission statement, and if they're doing it, then we should do it too. We should create for ourselves a personal mission statement. And why would someone do this? Well, number one, to create self-expression and authenticity, to keep you on track, on who you really are and what you really believe. It clarifies your direction. When you get lost, you go back to your mission statement. Guiding principles. You should list your principles and go refer back to them when you're about to make a decision. Also, it's there to inspire you and motivate you, and anyone who comes upon your journey and wants to work with you, be a part of what you're building. It's there to inspire them and motivate them. Also, it brings accountability and self-reflection. And it's there to share and influence yourself and everybody else. So it's very important. It is very important, very critical to have a statement concise, built from who you are and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, to keep you focused, to keep you aligned to your dreams and goals. So what are the steps? So let's break it down. Let's break it down. So number one, it's got to reflect your values. It's got to reflect who your deepest values. What are values? What you value most. Your core values. What's most important to you. It's got to be in there. So list those, right? And it has to consider your strengths, because identifying your strengths and putting them in to your mission statement is going to tell people how you're going to do it based upon your talents and strengths. Also, it's got to have the goals. You've considered what you want to accomplish, what kind of legacy you want to leave, and the goals you have, it must reflect that, right? If you want to feed the poor, you got to say, because of these values and because of these talents, we will be doing this. Simple, right? I mean, it's not simple, but we're building a structure here, and then you're going to need to refine. So let's break it down even more. So, and please write this down, because I've written it down, and I'll be referring to it, so if my eyes veer off, it's because I wrote some detailed notes about it. You got to begin with a concise and impactful statement that captures the essence of your mission. Right? Some may start with a thought-provoking question or a strong statement to grab attention. Let me give you some examples, right? To ignite positive change and empower others to reach their full potential. That's a way to start it, or ask a question like, what if I could make a difference that lasted a lifetime? Now, I don't want you to take these exactly, but proposing a question at the beginning of your mission statement or making a powerful and impactful statement is the way to go. Now, when it comes to your core values, you got to explain, this is very important, how they serve as a guiding principle in your life. You understand that? Your value is supposed to guide you. And you got to word it in a way that these principles that I hold are guiding me. If I believe in personal responsibility and I want to teach that, that would be the guiding principle. My guiding principle is that I believe extreme change comes with extreme responsibility, and it's a guiding principle in all my teachings. Something like that, right? Also, briefly explain how they influence your actions and decisions. So let's go back on my responsibility. Because that's my, I believe that. Therefore, when people work with me, there is no excuses. You have to take extreme accountability. And if you don't take extreme accountability for where you are in your life today, then we're at an impasse and we can't work together. So, in a way to word that wouldn't be so turn people off, the prerequisite from joining my coaching program is that you take extreme responsibility for who you are today as the foundation to build upon. Because if you can take extreme responsibility for where you are today, we know you can take extreme responsibility for tomorrow. That just came out of my head. So I'm good at what I do. Right. Now we're looking at your talents, right? So we get a mission statement. So try to craft those things right there. Now let's go to your unique strengths. Highlight how your unique strengths and talents set you apart from everybody else. You're going to have to talk great about yourself. I know that's hard, but this is your mission statement. How your talents, my inability to critically think, and my artistic talents have aided me into creating programs that can touch the heart as well as the mind. Something like that. Okay. And describe how you leverage those strengths to make a positive impact in your life. So therefore, with my talents in creating songs and creating music, lyrics, I find ways for people to understand creatively to make a greater impact and a deeper understanding of the content. Okay? I'm going off the top of my head. I should probably write all this stuff for myself. It's sounding really good. But how do you leverage these strengths that you have in your talents? And I get some of you just have, I haven't done anything with it, James. How can I say leverage it? Well, proposed, look at yourself. If everything's going right in the next 5 years, how did you leverage it? Theorize, and then write it down as it is the reality today. Dreams and goals. You got to talk about that. Paint a vivid picture of what you aim to achieve. The end result. Because this is what everybody wants. Let me give you a key. You tell the people who you're going to work with, you're going to tell them this is the end result working with me. Paint a vivid picture of your aim, what you aim to achieve or contribute to the world. So write it out. I want to achieve this, and I want to achieve that, and I want to make this impact in the world. Explain how your plans to utilize your values, this is where you bring it all together, strengths and talents to accomplish these objectives. So go back on, reword it, take your core values, take all your strengths and talents, and your goals and dreams, and how they all will come together to purpose. What? Then you start to end your mission statement with something inspirational, a call to action to encourage others to join the fight, to be a part of this, or to tell them what you're going to do and how you plan to accomplish these things. Share how you intend to inspire, how you intend to lead, and contribute to the community at large. Capture the overall essence of your message in the conclusion. Now we're at the conclusion. Sum it up. Make sure the conclusion is concise and leaves a lasting impression. Now, I know you're saying, James, all easier said than done. But we live in a world of technology, my friend. And you write it out. You go to ChatGTP and you say, please reword everything I said. I mean, do your best to make it as colorful and impactful as possible. With your limited ability to do that, or because you haven't done it, because it's a skill that needs to be cultivated in you, and it will be cultivated in you. But until then, write it all out in your best you can, as florid and poetic and impactful as possible. Take it to ChatGPT and says, please rewrite this to be impactful and inspirational. And ChatGPT will rewrite it for you. Paste, click, put it on your website, put it into your book, put it on the front of your phone, and start living by your mission statement. So, that's it in a nutshell. I try to do it really fast for you because I don't want to take up all your time. It took us about 12 minutes to get through all this, but let me tell you something. And let me do something really quick. JamesSalazarMedia.com. Look, when you coach with me, we go through this step by step and we work it out together. We find out what your goals, we align them with your passions, and we start creating a mission statement, and then we start to build from there. But if you're someone who can do this on your own, I want you to have this information. I want you to be successful if you never work with me. But if you want to work with me, go to JamesSalazarMedia.com/sling. Go to my coaching page. And let's talk. Let's work something out. So, right there, third lesson in making an impact, you got to know what kind of impact you want to make. Make sense? And a mission statement will keep you on the track to doing that. It will keep on remembering you when things get tough or when things get hard. You say, oh, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I am suffering, because I'm going to make an impact in the world and good things will come from it. So, this is James signing out of the BRIGHTBURN YouTube Academy. Thank you, and wait for next week's video. You'll be surprised.